Welcome to this video. In this video, I'm going to look at English paper for grade 12. This is the paper that came last year. As you can see, it is the paper that came last year. That is the paper they wrote on 7th November 2022. So in this video, I'm going to go through the answers that were supposed to be written by the candidates. So this is just going to be a model for you students, how you can write the exams. So watch this video up to the end, as I'm going to share with you the how you find the answer and how you should be able to write your answers. Okay, so this paper is supposed to take you 2 hours, and what is it's supposed to take you 2 hours, and it has got 60 marks, as you can see here, and this is the time it should take you. Okay, so if you are very conversant with if you go through many papers, you're going to be conversant in answering English exams. So let's go to question, or before I go to the questions, let me read through the instructions. So the instructions to the candidates are as follows. Number 1, write the center number and your examination number on every page of this question paper. So you write your examination number as well as your center number on every page of this paper. Number 2, there are 3 questions in this paper. Answer all the questions. So here you are not going to choose any question to answer, but you answer all the questions. Write your answers in the space provided in the question paper. So you don't need any answer booklet. What you're going to do is you're going to write your answers in the same question paper. So the instruction number 4, do not start writing until you are told. So you be patient, you wait for invigilators to tell you what to do. Okay, so what you need to know: information to the candidates, dictionaries and other reference materials are not allowed in the examination room. So as you are writing this exam, you don't carry the dictionary or any reference that you can use to help you answer the questions. Anything that you can use to answer the questions, you don't carry it. Okay, cell phones and other electronic devices are not allowed in the examination room. So as you go for your exam, you don't carry the cell phone or anything that can help you to communicate electronically. So you just go with your head. Okay, you just go with your head. In fact, the exam is all about assessing what you have accumulated in your head. So don't go with anything that will help you to answer the questions in an exam. Okay, we go to here. There is also for the examiners, so you just have to leave it the way it is. The examiners are the ones who are going to be using this for writing your marks. Okay, so we all know about this. By the time we are reaching grade 12, I'm sure you know about this, because this begins at grade 9 level. Starting grade 8, you will see this most of the time. Okay, so let's go to the questions now, the actual questions. Okay, question 1 is structure, which has 20 marks. So this is the space where you are supposed to write the exam. So you make sure you write your exam number, so not your exam but your exam number, and you write the center number here. Okay, so once you have done that, now we go to question 1, which is structure. It's carrying 20 marks. Now let us listen to the instruction of this question. This particular question. There are 2 sections under this question. Answer both section 1 and section 2. Section 1, cross passage. So we're going to do the cross passage. We are going to be filling words in the passage, and then it has 10 marks. Complete the following passage by supplying the missing words only. Okay, only one word must be filled in each blank spaces. Okay, so each blank space we're going to be writing one word, not 2 or 3. Okay, so we can start. So the passage is Peppermint is a hybrid plant with numerous health benefits. Originally from Europe, peppermint today is cultivated all over. So we're going to write the word there, over, all over. So let me just change the color of the, okay, I'm going to use green, so I'm going to be using green. Okay, so the word there is all over. So there we're going to put the word all over. So we're saying is cultivated all over the world. It consists of, so here it consists, the preposition for consist is of, so put the word of there. Of, it consists of fresh or dry leaves for use in food or as a tea. So here we're going to put the word as a tea. Okay, okay. Its essential oil is used in, its essential oil is used in tinctures. Okay, so we shall put the word used. Okay, chest labs and creams. Okay, it can also be taken, so it can also be taken in italic coated capsules for
It's now
swallowing.
6
This
a.m.
allows the peppermint to pass into the intestine. So we say this allows the peppermint to, okay, you allow to, okay, to pass into, okay, into the intestine. Okay, I don't know if you are following me. If you have got questions, you can ask in the comment section. Otherwise, we're trying to fill in the clause by finding the suitable words that fit properly. However, my answers are also subjected to some queries. If you have got questions, you can also ask. Okay, so now we come to the second paragraph. Before I write to that, peppermint essential oil is a concentrated oil that is extracted. So here we can put the word is a concentrated oil that is extracted. You extract from, so the preposition of extracted is from, is extracted from. Okay, so mostly you should be conversant with the prepositions of words. So it's extracted from the peppermint plant. Okay, so how do they extract it? So by steam distillation. Okay, so I'm sure you are very conversant of distillation, because this should be one of the separating techniques you have learned in science. Okay, steam distillation, the whole fresh or partly dried plant is used before dried plant, sorry, okay, plant, Okay, plant is used before eating. Before it is used before it dash to flower. So before here, what will suit is before it starts it start it starts okay, it starts to flower. Okay, before it starts to flower. Okay, so we are looking at a plant as an individual, so this word is going to be starts. Okay, then we come to this section. Peppermint essential oil should not be dashed orally and must be diluted. Okay, it should not be taken orally and it must be diluted. It must be diluted with a carrier or such as with a carrier or such as olive or oil. Okay, olive oil, such as olive oil, before applying to the skin. Okay, so those are the words. Now we know that olive is an oil, so we control that. Peppermint is a popular tradition remade. So it's a remade for, that's a preposition for remade, that is for, it's a remade for a number of conditions. It calms the stomach muscles and improves the flow of bile. So it improves the flow of bile or bile. However, it should not be used by so here the answers can be many. Should not be used by people with gastroesophageal reflux disease. So here, or esophageal. Okay, so here we can use words like any, people. So here there are so many words that can fit, so I'm going to go with people for now. I'll go with the doesn't mean that that is the only word that can fit there. There are so many words that can fit on that word, okay, on that space here. So we can say it should not be used by people with gastroesophageal reflux disease. Okay, we come to this part now. The oil is widely used for calming skin irritation and itchiness. Applying diluted peppermint oil onto the forehead has been found to be effective. Has been found effective in the dash of a tension headache. Okay, so the way that can fit here is in the treatment of a tension headache. Menthol The dash chemical component of peppermint is an effective decongestant and expectorant. Okay, so here we can say again here a few more words can fit here. So the first one is many. Okay, it's many, but it can also be accepted if you write major. And also it can be also accepted if you write the word basic. Sorry, write the word basic. Okay, so these three words can be accepted and they are correct. Okay, let me just reduce them a bit. Okay, so these are the 20 answers we are supposed to write. So here you can pick any. Okay, now once you have done this, we go to the next one, which is transformations, which also carries 10 marks. In each of the following items, section A is complete, but in each of the following items, sentence A is complete, but sentence B is incomplete. Complete sentence B each time, making it as similar as possible in meaning to sentence A. Make sentence B one sentence, never two. Do not make any changes to the printed parts of the sentence B. Okay, so example is given. Chuma broke the mirror. The mirror, so you start with what was broken. So the mirror was broken by Chuma. Okay, so they are telling us that we don't change the the beginning of the sentence or the printed part of the sentence. So we just have to complete the sentence using whatever they have printed. Okay, so we start. So there will be 10. As you can see, there are 10 questions in this section, so we need to complete all of them. So the first one is let me just read the sentence. All the learners in my class passed the exam. All the learners in my class passed the exam. So the answer will be none of the learners in my class failed the exam. So we are going to say none of the learners in my class failed the examination. Okay, I've also noted that here I have not written properly, so it should be in my class. Okay, so this sentence has the same meaning. None of the learners in my class failed the examination. So this is the correct sentence. So we should even put the full stop there. Okay, so that's the answer. We come to question number 2, which is, although my uncle is a devout Christian, he does not often help the poor. Okay, so we can say, in spite of in spite of, or let me, in spite of, in spite of being, in spite of being a devout Christian, despite being a devout Christian, then we say comma, you shouldn't forget about the comma. Okay, then we start, my uncle does not help does not, okay, does not, there is the word often here, does not often, does not often or often help the poor. Okay, does not often help the poor. So that is the, now you rewrite that, and that is correct. In spite of being a devout Christian, my uncle does not often help the poor. So you need to make sure that you don't forget the punctuation marks. It can be the full stop as well as the comma. You don't ignore them. Okay, you include them as well. Okay, I don't know why Christian is okay, so I'll ignore that. Okay, so that is the correct answer for number 2. We go to number 3. So I'm here to address your concerns today, said the human resource officer to the workers. Okay, so okay, so it starts, the human resource officer told the workers that okay, so in the first sentence, let's see, are we given whether the human resource is a man or woman? No. So here we can even say the human resource told the worker that, so it can either be he or she. Okay, that will be the perfect way to write, but I'm sure it can also be acceptable if you say the human resource told the worker that he, you say as if he is a man. I'm sure it can be acceptable, but since it's not stated, you are advised to write he or she so that you don't bring out as if it was a man or a woman. Okay, so so what did the human resource tell the workers? She told them that she was there to, so she said the human resource told the workers that she or he was so she was now here, because this is the reported speech. Now I'm trying to say what she said, so I'll say she was there. I'm reporting now. She was there to address. Now I'm not part of those people she's going to address, so she was there to address, so I'm going to say their concerns. Okay, she was there to address their concerns. Okay, so that's she was there to address their concerns. So the human resource told the workers that he or she was there to address their concerns. Okay, because I'm not part of the group that was being addressed, so I'm not going to say our, or so I'm going to use their. Okay, or your concerns, because I'm not talking to them directly. I'm telling somebody, I'm reporting, so it's going to be there. So you make sure that you change properly, more especially here and on here. Okay, so we go to the next question. The spectators were excited to see him in the team. So we start with to the. So what are we going to say? So we can say to the excitement of the spectators, they saw him in the team. Okay, so we can write this like this: to the excitement of the spectators, to the excitement of the spectators, then we put comma, to the excitement of the spectators. So what did I write? Excitement to the spectators, not spectators, to spectators. They saw him. They saw him in the team. Okay, I hope I've typed what I've said. They saw him in the team. Okay, so that is the way you should write it. To the excitement of the spectators, they saw him in the team. Okay, so that is the answer for this one. We go to number 4. As the scouts flew over the Kafue National Park, they saw a lot of beautiful birds. So here we're going to say, flying over Kafue National Park, the scouts saw a lot of beautiful animals. Flying over, so we're going to say flying over Kafue National Park. Okay, flying over Kafue National Park. So now, as you can see here, there is a mistake I've been making, because these are nouns and they are in capital letters. So what I need to do is I should also put them in capital letters. Okay, they should be in capital letters. I shouldn't be very fast, and I also urge you not to be too fast to write the correct thing. So just make sure that you write the correct thing, so like that. Okay, then once you have done that, then you put the comma. Okay, then once you've put the comma, flying over the Kafue National Park, the scouts. So we say the scouts. So what is happening? Okay, the scouts. The scout saw a lot of beautiful birds. So a lot of beautiful birds. A lot of beautiful birds. Okay, so that is the answer. So what have I forgotten to write to this? So let me just, okay, what I've forgotten is a full stop. You don't have to leave the full stop out. Commas and full stop are very important. So flying over Kafue National Park, the scouts saw a lot of beautiful birds. Okay, so we come to question number 6, which is, it is very unfortunate that you have lost the contest. Okay, so we start with that. Okay, we start with the sentence, which is, we start with that. Okay, so we write how do we write this when we start with that? So we're saying that you have lost the contest is very unfortunate. That you have lost the contest. Okay, that you have lost the contest. That you have lost the contest. That you have lost a contest is very, not it's easy, very unfortunate. It's very unfortunate. Okay, so it's very unfortunate, and you also put a full stop at the end. Okay, now we come to number 7. The police officer allowed the detainees to escape. Okay, so we write the police officer let the detainees to escape. Okay, the police officer let the detainees escape. The police officer let the detainees, so you don't put to. So when you use rate, it's going to be let detainees escape. So that's what we're going to put here. Let the detainees escape. So the police officer let the detainees escape. So not to escape, but escape. Let the detainees to sorry, what am I saying? Let the detainees escape. Okay, so it's going to be let the detainees escape. So you don't include to, you skip to. Okay, so the police officer let detainees escape. Okay, so we come to, that was number 7. We go to number 8. The literal release that laziness does not pay. The literal release that laziness does not pay. So we start with literal. So we say literal, do they release that laziness does not pay. Literal, do they release that laziness does not pay. Literal, where am I? here. So we say little do they release little do they release that laziness does not pay. Okay, little do they release that laziness does not pay. Okay, so that is the correct answer for question number 8. We go to question number 9. Okay, we go to question number 9. These words. Okay, so what did I say? Release or realize? Little do they realize. What have I been reading? So it's little do they realize that laziness does not pay. And that's why the question has been sounding awkward. And I didn't realize that. So it's they realize that laziness does not pay. And here it's little did they realize. Okay, little did they realize that laziness does not pay. So it have been like I haven't been understanding this statement, and I've just realized that it's not release but realize. Little do they realize that laziness does not pay. Okay, so that is the correct answer. Little do they realize that laziness does not pay. I just followed how we write this, and then I didn't realize that it was realize. Okay, sorry for that. We go to number 9. I did not remember to hand in my exercise book. I was punished by Mr. Tembo. Okay, so how do we write this? Okay, if I had remembered to hand in my exercise book, I would not have been punished by Mr. Tembo. So if now, so I can say if I had remembered to hand in my exercise book, if I had remembered to hand in my exercise book, comma, Mr. and this Mr. M should be capital letters. Sorry, M should be comma, then we are saying M should be capital letters Mr. and the name should start with the capital letter Mr. Tembo. Mr. Tembo if I had remembered to hand in my exercise book, Mr. Tembo would not have punished, would not have punished me. Okay, so he was punished for not handing in the exercise book. So for not handing in the exercise book, Mr. Tembo punished. Oh, and sorry, I don't know, because it was if I, so there is no need to write had. So if I had remembered, so okay, so and when we write minister or Mr, sorry, not minister, Mr, what we do is we put a full stop there, and then it be like that. Okay, so we go to number 10. If you have got questions, please use the comment section to ask questions. My happiness increases as I get closer to the assembly hall. My happiness increased as I got My happiness increased as I got closer to the assembly hall. My happiness increased as I got closer to the assembly hall. Then we start with the, okay, so it will be the closer I got to the assembly hall, the happier I became. So okay, so so we start with the closer I got to the assembly hall, then we put comma to assembly hall, the happier I became. The happier I became. Okay, so that is the way you write it. The closer I got to the assembly hall, the happier I became. Okay, so that is the answer for number 10. Okay, so we go to the part which is comprehension. Okay, so what happens with comprehension is first you need to go through the passage. You read the entire passage. Once you have finished writing the entire passage, then you come to the questions. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read through the entire passage, then I'm going to come to the questions. So read through with me so that we understand the passage, and when it comes to writing answering questions, it will be easier for you. So so the instruction is read the passage carefully and then answer the questions that follow. Okay, so we start with paragraph 1. The pharaohs of ancient Egypt prized mushrooms as a delicacy. They decreed them as a preserve of the royal family, and that no commoner could even touch them. According to Egyptians, mushrooms were a plant of immortality. As for the ancient Greeks, they believed that mushrooms empowered their warriors for battle. Paragraph 2. People all over the world enjoy eating mushrooms. Noah, a berry in Australia, is a microbiologist and mushroom expert. He studied mushroom cultivation in several countries before returning to grow them commercially. Mushrooms are fungi, a family of organism that includes mildews and moulds. Biologists formerly thought that fungi were plants, but it is now known that they are very different from plants. We go to paragraph 3. I hope you are understanding what we are reading. Mushroom palatability is obviously objective. However, mushrooms have a unique texture and flavor that is not found in other foods. They are quite good for consumption. They also have a amino acid profile that revolves beans. Fungi differ from plants and animals on how they obtain their food. They do not manufacture their food through photosynthesis, as do nearly all other plants. They grow in the dark. Their bodies secrete powerful enzymes. These enzymes convert organic material into basic nutrients, which they absorb as food. This unique digestive process also distinguishes fungi from animals. Since fungi are neither plants nor animals, biologists now classify them in a realm of their own, the fungi kingdom. We go to paragraph 5. Much of the increase in mushroom production is due to the development of high-yield systems. These systems depend on exact environment control, high yield, and rapid production cycles, which most mushroom species require specialized facilities. In the wild, mature mushrooms releases millions of tiny spores. These tiny spores mix with other mushroom spores and germinate. If the spores land in a cold, damp place with plenty of food, they can grow into new mushrooms. Commercial mushrooms growers aim to replicate this process using controlled conditions such as improved crop yields and quality. There are thousands of types of mushrooms. These mushroom varieties require different growing conditions. Mushrooms can be cultivated using different methods. For example, white or button mushrooms grow based on pasteurized farm composite. Some varieties flourish in bags of plant waste, others in bottles of seal grains and whole wooden logs or logs of compressed sawdust. Okay, we go to paragraph 7. It can be dangerous to gather mushroom in wild. The death cap mushroom, Amanita phalloides, among other, closely resemble edible mushrooms, yet is deadly. Never eat mushrooms from the wild unless they are examined by an expert and certified safe to eat. Commercially grown varieties are safe to consume. They are in fact delicious treats that were once reserved for the loyal. Okay, this was adapted from Awake, March 2012. Okay, that's why we need to do a lot of reading, so you may even come across this. Okay, so in each of the questions 1 to 9, select the best answer from the 4 options provided. Indicate your answer by drawing a circle around the letter on the question paper, as in the example given below. If you change your mind, cross out the initial choice very neatly, then circle your revised answer clearly for question 10 answer as instructed. Okay, so these are the instructions we are going to follow for answering these questions 1 up to 9. Okay, so the example is, the passage is about commercial mushroom farming. Okay, so that is how we need to shade our answer, like the way it is there. Okay, so we go to question number 1. In paragraph 1, the ancient Greek attached a lot of value to mushrooms because they were a preserve of royal family, B believed to be food for commoners, C believed to make warriors stronger in the war, D save only on special occasions. So the correct answer here is C. This one was believed to make warriors stronger. That's what we learned. For Greeks, they believed that mushroom helped the warriors to be stronger. Okay, in a whole. Okay, so that is the correct answer. According to paragraph 2, no is a determinant and famous Australian, a huge and strong. So if you're not very sure of where we're going to get the meaning, we shall go back to paragraph 2. An ambitious and calm, an enthusiastic and industrious. So let's go to paragraph 2. See, so no is a barley. So what is this word? A barley. So what is this word means? Barley Australian. Okay, so that word means that it was huge and strong. Okay, B. Okay, okay, go to number 3. It is indicated in paragraph 2 that Noah drew his inspiration from some. So it drew some inspiration from some A conducted in different countries, from some studies conducted in different countries, on commercial farming in Australia, on consumers of mushrooms, on cultivation done in few countries. So we're saying conducted in different countries. That's what we laid. Okay, after he conducted some, he looked at people are cultivating mushroom. Let's go to paragraph 2 first before we say it in our own. People all over the world enjoy eating mushrooms. Noel, a Barry Australian, is a microbiologist and mushroom expert. He studied mushroom cultivation in several countries before returning to grow them commercially. Okay, so this is where we're going to get the meaning. Mushrooms are fungi, a family of organisms that includes mildews and moulds. Biologists formerly thought that fungi were plant, but it is now known that they are very different from plants. So the correct answer is, we are getting it from here, is a microbiologist and mushroom expert. He studied mushroom cultivation in several countries before returning to grow them commercially. So here the other keyword which we should pay attention is this several. So the synonym for several is many. So we can also say, when we come here, 3 is conducted in different countries. So not so different countries will be better than few countries. Okay, so that's why A is correct. Okay, we go to, according to paragraph 3, the palatability of mushroom is said to be influenced by point of. Okay, so we go to paragraph 3 and read through. So we're saying the palatability of mushrooms. Palatability of mushrooms. So we go to paragraph 3, if I'm not mistaken. Mushroom palatability is obviously objective. However, mushrooms have a unique texture and flavor that is not found in other foods. They are unique food for consumption. They also have an amino acid profile that rivals beans. Okay, that rivals beans. So we can go to the question now. We have gone through that. So the question is, according to paragraph 3, the palatability of mushroom is said to be influenced by point of view of the what? Okay. So the point of view of personal. So this is the personal point of view. It is not like the majority. Okay, it can be of many people, but it's a personal point of view. It can be of many, but it is a point of view. The palatability of mushroom is said to be influenced by point of view of personal. Okay, we go to 5. In paragraph 4, mushrooms are considered to be different from other plants because of the way they make their food. They can convert organic materials into food. They have an extraordinary digestive system. They secrete powerful enzymes. So the correct answer is A, which is of the way they make their own food. That's why they are different. So mushrooms are considered to be different from other plants because of the way they make their food. So that is the correct answer. But it's very important that as you answer these questions, you go back to the paragraphs. Now, I'm not going to be going back and forth for every question because some they are just clearly there. You can just see them and you can't get confused. But if I see that the question is a bit complicated, then you can go back. But what is there is they give us the paragraph, so they're even telling you to go to the actual paragraph. In some ways, this compression can be done that you don't even go through the question, the passage. You just go direct to the question and you start focusing on each paragraph. But it's very important that you go through it as fast as possible so that you just get the idea as one idea of this paragraph. Then as you come back to individual paragraphs, you are able to connect the entire paragraph, the entire meaning to that one single paragraph. Okay, we come to the word them in the paragraph 4 refers to the word them in paragraph 4 refers to. So go back there and see where them is used and we see where it's being referred to. Okay, fungi differs from plants and animals on how they obtain their food. They do not manufacture their food through photosynthesis as do nearly all other plants. They grow in the dark. Their bodies create powerful enzymes. These enzymes convert organic material into basic nutrients, which they absorb as food. The unique digestion process also distinguish fungi from animals. Since fungi are neither plants or animals, biologists now classify them in a realm of the fungi kingdom. So them, we have seen the word them. Let me just not lash. Okay, so this is the word we have seen. I've just seen them once here. Okay, that is them. What are they? This is the word them is referring to what? It is referring to mushrooms. Since fungi are neither plants or animals, biologists now classify them in, so them it's fungi. We're talking about fungi. Since fungi are neither, so we are talking about fungi. So here we come to the question, which is what are they talking about? It's fungi, not usually mushroom, but what? Fungi. So mushroom is an example of fungi. Okay, we go to number 7. In paragraph 5, uncultivated mushrooms can be produced when. Question 7, when will the uncultivated mushroom be produced? So controlled commercial conditions are met. No, this is uncultivated. Fully grown mushrooms spores mixed with other. Yes, this one we read about this in our reading. C, precise environment conditions are met. Required specialization facilities are provided. Okay, so I'm thinking of B to be the correct answer, but to be sure, let's go to the paragraph. That is paragraph 5. Much of the increase in mushroom production is due to the development of high yield systems. These systems depend on exact environment controls, high yields and rapid production cycles. With most mushroom species requires specialized facilities. In the wild, mature mushrooms releases millions of tin spores. These tin spores mixes with other mushroom spores and germinate. Okay, that's a one I circled as the answer. That's a statement. If the spores land in cold, damp places with plenty of food, they can grow into new mushrooms. Commercial mushrooms growers aim to replicate this using controlled conditions to improve crop yield and quality. Okay, so that's the correct answer. So we are correct when we say the answer is B. That is the correct answer. The correct answer is fully grown mushroom spores mixed with others. Okay, we go to number 8. In paragraph 6, we can deduce that white mushrooms grows best in. In paragraph 6, we can deduce that white mushrooms grow best in. So we are saying number 8 grows best in A, bags of pasteurized plant wastes. B, bacteria-free farm composite. Bacteria-free farm composite. C, bacteria-rich farm composite. D, logs of compressed sawdust. So let's go back to paragraph 6. Okay, we go to paragraph 6 again. Let's read through. There are thousands of types of mushrooms. These mushrooms varieties requires different growing conditions. Mushrooms can be cultivated using different methods. For example, white mushroom or button mushrooms grow best in pasteurized farm composite. Okay, so when you talk about composite, we're talking about manure. Now, when you talk about pasteurizing, that is meaning the trying to kill the bacteria that might be in this composite, okay, manure. So when we go back there, because some varieties flourish in bags of plant waste, others in bottles of seal grains and or wooden logs or logs of composite sawdust. Okay, composite. or compressed, not composed, compressed sawdust. Okay, logs of compressed sawdust. So here we go to this one, we go to the answers where it says in paragraph 6, we can deduce that white mushrooms grow best in bags of pasteurized plant waste, bacteria-free farm composite. This is the one I underlined there. Then bacteria-rich farm composite. Now, we never heard where it was saying it should be grown in a where there is a lot of bacteria. No. And logs of compressed sawdust. Okay, so in we can deduce that where mushrooms grow best in, the best area where they grow is in bacteria-free farm composite, which is B. Okay, what conclusion can be drawn from paragraph 7? Okay, go to paragraph 7 and see. Before we go to paragraph 7, let's go through the possible answers. All mushrooms are deadly. All wild mushrooms should never be eaten. C. Commercially grown mushrooms are barely safe to consume. D. Not all mushrooms are safe to eat. Okay, so the correct answer there, as you can see, it's D. So let's just go through the last paragraph 7, which is it can be very dangerous to gather mushrooms in the world. The death cape mushroom, Amanita phalloides, among other closely resemble edible varieties, yet is deadly. Never eat mushroom from the wild unless are examined by an expert and certified safe to eat. Commercially grown varieties are safe to consume. They are in fact delicious treats that were once reserved for the loyal. Okay, so here we can deduce that we don't have to eat all the mushrooms. So answer, I saw the answer there is D is correct. D is correct. We
It's
should not
now
eat
7
all types
a.m.
of mushrooms. So unless if it is certified to be safe for consumption, then that's what you can eat. Okay, from the underlined words in the passage, find one word which means the same or nearly the same as the following words or phrase. Spell each word correctly. So the spelling is also important. So we look at domain of activity. Domain of activity. So we go to the words that are there. So what we're going to do is domain. What I'm going to do now is I'll start with paragraph 1, check for words that are underlined, then I write them down there. So we have words. Let me write these words here. We have got palatability, ability, excuse me, palatability. Okay, we have got palatability. I can put a comma and space. Then we have also secret, comma, then secret. Then we have lium, then from lium we have got deprecate, okay. I'm just trying to take note of words. What did I write? Replicate, okay, comma, then space, duplicate, then there's also this one, composite. I'm sure it's seen. There's composite, okay, composite, and then there is also edible. They are edible, okay, then comma, then there is also delicious. If I'm not mistaken, this delicious, unless if you have left another word, we have got delicious. We have delicious there. Okay, so those are the words that we need to use. So okay, so we start now finding words that can mean that. Okay, so we come to decayed organic material, so we can use this word composite. Okay, I'll just be picking those I can pick at random and those which you can pick at random. So that is composite, so we can have that composite. Okay, composite, we know anything that is K has formed composite. Do in a similar fashion, so do in a similar fashion, that is replicate. Okay, replicate. Replicate, then we come to domain of activities. When you look at this to secrete is to release Lium, somehow like Lium, we're talking about the domain of activity, then composite, indible, delicious. So we come to this one, the correct word for domain of activities, Lium. So we're going to say Lium. Then we come to this one. If we talk about edible, something that you can eat, delicious, something that is nice. So the correct word for prisoners is palatable. Palatability, sorry. Palatability. Palatability. Okay. So those were the 4 words that were needed to be put here. Okay. So even if this one and this one and this one, they are similar in the way they sound, the correct answer is palatability. Okay, so we go to the next question. We are done with the comprehension. Now we come to summary. So with the activity of summary, what I want you to do is first pause this video, try to go through the passage, take note of the key points. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask you to, I'm not going to do it, I want you viewers to come up with a best summary for this passage. So read through it, come up with a best summary of this passage, and later on I'll share with you. Let me just share with you the number where you're going to post this. We are going to send this your summary. Please, we are learning here, so I want you to send your summary to my line, my personal line. Then I'll go through it, and what I'll prepare, I'll compare with what you're going to prepare. Okay, so for the summary, I want you my viewers to make one. So I'm going to give you today up to Monday. I'm going to post my summary, so please take time and make a good summary so that you can share with us. So send it to me. Then later on, for me, I'm going to also post my summary of this. So please, I want you to do your summary and then share with me on this number, which is 09. What have I done? Okay, let me come here. Okay, so it's 0977966195. So share your summary with me on this number. Okay, that is my number 0977966195. Just share with me on WhatsApp. Okay, share with me on WhatsApp. Just send your summary on WhatsApp and make sure you write for me to know you write summary. You just write my summary. You give it the heading, which is you write it like this: my summary. Okay, my summary. And you also write your name. Okay, you write your name at the end of the summary, because I want to share this summary with the other viewers. So remember, I just practicing, and you can tell me if you want to remain anonymous, you don't want your name to be shared. You can submit I can make a video on your summary, read through it, then type it. I'm sure when you send to me, it will be typed. That will make it even very easy for me to type. Then I'm going to share with you, the viewers. So I'm giving you today today is Sunday. So let me give you 2 days. I'm going to give you 2 days. My summary will be uploaded on Wednesday. I'm going to upload my summary. So this is my number. Your message should just be entitled my summary. Once you have done this, then that's all. I'll know that this is your summary. And please take time to read through this. So I'm going to go through the summary for the sake of those who do not have the paper, so that when you watch the video, you are able to go through the passage, so that you are able to summarize it properly. So let's read together, then I will expect your summary by Wednesday. Okay, so let's start by reading paragraph 1. Cycling has been for a long time despised by many people. It is physical activity that is it is a physical activity that is regarded as a poor man's mode of transport, and it is usually avoided, especially by those living in urban areas. According to the United Nations Environment Global Report on Cycling, up to 60% of city trips are made by bicycle. In Chinese cities, while in African cities, they share successful systems have helped to promote cycling as a viable transport mode. It is necessary to indicate that cycling works out every muscle in the body. However, blood pressure and reduce. Sorry, where am I reading? Let me just start all over again. I don't know what is going in my mind. Okay, let me start. I'm starting from paragraph 1. Cycling has for a long time been despised by many people. It is a physical activity that is regarded as a poor man's mode of transport and is usually avoided, especially by those living in urban areas. According to the United Nations Environmental Global Report on Cycling, up to 60% of city trips are made by bicycles in Chinese cities. While in African cities, the share is closer to 5%. The report also says in Paris, London, and Washington, D.C., highly successful cities systems have helped to promote cycling as a viable transport mode. It is necessary to indicate that cycling works out every muscle in the body, lowers blood pressure and reduces the risk of cardiovascular disease. In Zambia, relevant authorities held a stakeholder meeting to look at the future of cycling. The need to improve the road infrastructure was strongly felt. The government should consider adding cyclist lanes when constructing roads across the country. It has scientifically been proven that bicycle riding causes the body to reduce endorphins, thereby helping to reduce stress. It is common knowledge that stress is detrimental to one's well-being. Cycling burns out fat, so it enhances the body metabolic rate and consequently curbs obesity. If you want to ward off excessive fatness or weight, it is high time you started cycling. According to research carried out in Finland, people who cycled for 30 minutes or more every day had a 40% lower risk of developing diabetes. Human beings have been using bicycles from time immemorial. The government is alive to this fact and it is supporting non-motorized form of transport infrastructure. It is worth indicating that people who increase their physical activities reduce the risk of suffering from colon and breast cancer. Most cities road encompasses lanes that are designated for cyclists. This is the focus of the government. Bicycles are affordable compared to vehicles. Admittedly, cycling helps people to keep physically fit. What should be borne in mind is that vehicles are a major source of air pollution through carbon emissions. This can be reduced significantly if people switch to using bicycles. Urban dwellers should therefore emulate their counterparts in rural areas by taking up cycling as an alternative form of transport on account of its being environmentally friendly. Traffic congestion characterizes many towns in Zambia, especially during peak hours. This adversely affects the smooth flow of vehicles. Road traffic accidents have become prevalent as a result of this. Bicycle riding is an immediate solution to this state of affairs. When more people take up cycling, the shortage of parking space in central business districts (CBD) of most towns will be resolved. Most CBD areas lack parking space. The space that one vehicle like a Toyota VX takes up when parked can accommodate 19 bicycles. Okay, so 7, nobody can dispute that the social distancing that bicycle promote greatly reduces the transmission of the coronavirus. It is essential that a cycling federation is formed to in writing the masses about the benefits of bicycle riding. It is obviously vital to opt for cycling, in part in that it can help motorists to save money which is spent on fuel and maintenance of cars. Adapted from the Sunday Mail. Okay, excuse me. So now this is the entire passage, and the question is here. Now we come to the question, which is, in not more than 140 words, sum up the benefits of cycling In not more than 140 words, sum up the benefits of cycling. The summary has been started for you. Cycling is beneficial because, so this is what you need to do, and you should summarize this passage in less than 140 words. So this is the passage you have. So if you have got this paper, you can type here, but if not, you can also have you just type in my WhatsApp. That's very important. It's either you send me a document or you send me something that you have typed. Okay, so that's what I want to share with you. So please make sure you write your summary and send it to the number I said earlier on, this number. Okay, you send it to this number. This is my number. Please make sure that you write your summary and send it to this number on WhatsApp. Okay, you send it to me on WhatsApp, and then I'll read through it and then also share with you on the video. So if you want me to make a video for your summary, you just tell me and I'll make a summary for you. So very soon I'm also going to look at how to write a summary. I'll talk about points that you need to follow. So please, thank you so much for watching. It has been Easy Learning Z Mathematics. The future is bright. See you in the next video, and God bless you.